doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on coercion or sanitary condition. When we are award lawyers, will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Good afternoon, people. It's another day, people. Thank you so very much that you join us. So let's say welcome. Thank you so very kindly that you join us for Real Talk Kings 88.5. Yes, it's another day, another time. Thank you so very kindly, people. We appreciate you. Yes, it is a great day, another day. The Republic of Liberia. Yes, the Republic of Liberia, the reign of the Republic of Liberia. That Unity Party want to make their republic. They want to make it their republic, but it can be the republic. So it's another day, people. Thank you so very much. Let's have a wonderful, wonderful time together. Yes. So we are gradually into time. We appreciate you and we say thanks for coming on. It's another day. What a day, what a time. Yes. Real talk. We go real as always, fearlessly. So it's today, the 19th day of August 26. We're pushing 27, eh? 26. The reign of Judah Christopher, Nebuchadnezzar, the country of the unholy Trinity, no different from the Roman atmosphere, just as it was in the days of the Romans under the political reign of Emperor Nero and Caesar, that the people struggled to survive under cruel Roman political occupation, that the people face intense persecution from the Roman government then, because the people will refuse to bow down to the golden image by acknowledging or refusing to acknowledge Caesar as their Lord and King. And so it was difficult for them politically. They could not get to live their life worthy as they had a vision. It was a tense atmosphere, just like today. Even traveling wasn't easy for them. Some of them were banished, were jailed. All kinds of things happened. Those who could not withstand the political tension had to make a public pronouncement by declaring Caesar as their Lord and King. And so they got the political right. They will live freely. They will do whatever they want to do. Those who refuse to bow to or renounce their citizenship or renounce allegiance, they were banished, they were persecuted, all manner of things happened to them. The atmosphere then was just a tense one as it is today. Yes, that's what you have under a tyrannic regime. So it's another day. Yeah, thank you all for coming on. We appreciate you. Sorry we had to come on a bit late because we are working based on the reception or the feedback we get from you, the viewers, the listeners. So we have to work. Every time you raise a concern, the technical people will have to get to work, and we can't do anything beyond. Thank God that they got through just 30 minutes into the time, and so we are on, but they are still working. They have to make way. They are so very good empathizing too. They know the situation we're in, so they say, okay, we will start here, and you people can broadcast. When you're shut down, then we come back because the people need the information. Interestingly, one of them said, with all these things happening, the people can't wait to get back on the air. So let's do what we can. So that's the reason why we have to come on late. It is understanding. Thank you so very much. So all of us know what is unfolding, but before then, please, the reminder of His Excellency, the former President, Dr. George Manuel Weah, address to the Nigerian Bar Association coming up at the weekend, the 66th Annual General Conference of the Nigerian Bar Association. You don't want to miss that. They've selected him as the right person to address them, that he is democratic by nature, by administration, by everything. Democracy, he demonstrated the kind of leadership over the years to the extent that with a slimmer margin, he gave up, he conceded, and called the winner to congratulate him. Coupled with that and many others, they've selected him to be the speaker, the keynote speaker, to deliver a pep talk, a lecture, an insightful talk at the weekend. Yes, His Excellency, Dr. George Manuel Weah. So please keep that on your itinerary for the weekend. His Excellency, the former President, Dr. George Manuel Weah, will have the honor to speak to the people of Nigeria, the Nigeria Bar Association, and across the African continent and the world. A plus for Liberia. Who likes it or not, who don't like it or not, is up to them. But he is representing Liberia. It is not only the sitting president that represents a country. Everybody represents the country based on their expertise, their capacity, the invite extended. And when Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is out of this country, she's representing Liberia in her capacity as former president. When President Boakai is out of this country, he's representing Liberia as the sitting president. Know it. You don't like it? George Weah is representing Liberia. So let's get to what we've got on our plate, and then we get ready for the game this evening. FC Barcelona against Al Ahly from the Middle East or Egypt. The Joan Gompa Cup. Real Madrid lifted theirs. We will have to lift ours today at 6 p.m. Liberian time. And then we get ready for the league itself, Sunday, 7:30 Liberian time. What the country is tense presently, you all heard of the arrest, the harassment, intimidation of the former vice president of the Republic of Liberia, Joy Howard Taylor, being subjected to inhumane treatment. Initially, it wasn't disclosed why she was arrested or intercepted, harassed, blocked, barricaded, until recently that news have started to emerge that she, or it is on diplomatic passport ground. That's what we are hearing. Though they are still within their meeting, but this is what we are hearing. This is what we are hearing. And if that is true, no. So she was on her way to the airport, leaving the country to attend a women's conference in Accra, Ghana, and she was intercepted at the airport. So let's go this way. We've heard of the formalities that a former leader of the country go through whenever he or she is leaving the country. The former vice president wasn't notified of anything of such. Nobody telephoned her, nobody said anything. Got ready, and then at the airport, the guys were instructed that she shouldn't leave the airport on grounds that she is a person of interest in, I do not know which one, 19.2 million cocaine or 336 million cocaine. But the report had it that she was prevented from going. Gunmen surrounded her vehicle, and according to the information, she is a person of interest. That's it. She is a person of interest. It took her by surprise. She was very shocked to have heard that she is a person of interest in the 19.2 million United States dollars cocaine, or the 336 million United States dollars cocaine case. But that what came out, that she is a person of interest. So the government took her at the police station, and they are still there. We are told they are still trying to, they are questioning her. They are taking statements from her. They are doing everything. She's there with Kabina Janet, former Associate Justice. Kabina Janet is representing her. They are at the police station still. But that what unfolded, she was told, no, madam, you can leave. You are a person of interest. Now, here is it, before we get to the other side. Normally, a person of interest is notified in advance. Person of interest is not a suspect. Person of interest simply means one who is believed or is suspected have some private information or vital information, and the one that person to share in connection with what they have, if it is true or not. So the person is informed ahead that he or she is a person of interest, not a suspect. It is there is a wider difference. The two are not the same. Person of interest is different from suspect. Suspect goes with probable cause, which the police or whoever can take to court with the evidence. Person of interest, just to say, come and say exactly what we have heard. That is it true? This thing is true about you. That what person of interest is. So normally the person is notified. They notify in advance so that he or she prepares by informing his or her lawyer, and then they arrange themselves to move to where that such person of interest will have to speak. Over the time, we heard the police director, who is on record for declaring certain persons as persons of interest. And he told them to turn themselves in. The Capitol building asked on kids. He told them that he called a news conference, read the names as persons of interest, that they should report to the police station. So we have him on record. So if the VP, the former VP, is a person of interest, then you want to notify her in advance that she is a person of interest in connection with the ongoing drug investigation or cocaine investigation. You want to do that. That wasn't done. Instead, she was suddenly, rapturely barricaded, subjected to inhumane treatment. Gunmen were all around her vehicle. You don't want to treat a former vice president that way, especially when the person hasn't caused any havoc, the person is not a threat to the state, the person, nothing of such. So you want to accord the person that due respect, especially when you say persons of interest. So she insisted that she wasn't getting down from her vehicle because she just bumped into that situation, and that she will speak to her lawyer before she will do anything or move at the police station. She did communicate, and then they find themselves at the police station where they are presently still talking. They're still talking. They say she is person of interest in the cocaine case. So this morning it came out from the Minister of Information, Unity Party minister, saying that she has been arrested. Now you have to follow the trend. The government knows that they blunder in this thing, and they have tried to come up with different narratives so that it would sway, or they will not go down alone. So they will say, well, both CDC and Unity Party, the two people are the ones who have been. That's the whole situation. They don't want to go down the road alone. They know that they blundered. They know that they are convicted. Even the man who is arresting all over the place, Gregory Coleman. Did not Gregory Coleman say top officials of the Unity Party government sanction? Did he not say top officials of the Unity Party government sanction, which means approve the coming into the country, the processing of the drugs? Did he not say it? Aji Coleman said it. And where are those people today? When American said,
definitely, as state actors at very, very senior level of this government, identified key players. This thing was definitely identified key players.
He said, we have identified key players. The police director is on record. Now, you don't get jitter, please. You relax your mental tension. I know most of you are vexed, angry. Most of you are saying some things, writing here and there, because Joy Howard Taylor was picked up by the government, and you think that she is guilty or is an embarrassment. No. Relax your mental tension. The government is not getting it their way. The government is implicating itself every day. The government is contradicting itself every day. Unity Party government will not use anybody as scapegoat. They will not use anybody as a smoke screen to cover up their dirty deeds. You just leave it, you keep calm. The police director can never escape from this thing. He can exonerate. He can explain all over the place. He can do all of the arrests. He can send everybody. If he can arrest everybody, let him just go all around, just arrest, be making speeches all. At the end of the day, this Gregory Coleman will bow his head down in shame. Just leave it. Again, please, you know, it is not the Liberian government own thing any longer. They are not entirely, or the investigation is not entirely with the Liberian government. It is. The investigation now involves mixture of investigators. The United States is involved. Other international partners are involved. It's no longer only Liberian thing. So you relax yourself. They can arrest every day, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. It will still boil down to Unity Party people. They can charge. It will still boil down to them. The very men who going all over with Serene, that man made it clear. He said they have identified top officials of the Unity Party government who sanctioned the coming in, the processing, and getting ready to leave the country of the cocaine. Gregory Coleman is on record. It's all over the whole world, everywhere. And we challenge Gregory Coleman to ever attempt to leave this country. You will see something. You just leave that thing. You don't get jittery. You relax yourself. You listen. Listen to the man.
We have identified key players. This thing was definitely.
Yeah.
Identified key players. This identified key players. This identified key players. This identified key players. This.
When you say identify key players, it means you already know. Now, those that they arrested, dismissed, they are not the key players. It was from that point that Amaracone spoke that all of them gang up against Amaracone. They want you to believe that those people they arrested, they how to call them, the Johnny Dean, the Kwabo, the rest of the guys are the ones who. So when Senator Amaracone said, these are the lower players. These are not the real people. You're using these people as a cover-up. They got vexed. They hung up against Amaracone and say all manner of things against him, that the police director will invite him. You please watch this thing here. You don't get jittered. They think it is a complete soap opera. This thing is a soap opera. When Amaracone talked, we told you from the onset, the government did not want people to be talking about this thing, because the more people talk about it, the more it's in the public, it's embarrassing. The more the information goes, because almost 99.9% of the radio stations, online newspapers, online platforms are going out of Liberia. They're going out. Not a single information stays in Liberia without the outside world knowing. So the more the people are hearing cocaine, you know what happens? People tell their partners, don't go to Liberia. Don't put money in that country. Don't do this. Don't do that. Honestly, that's what is happening. It's embarrassing when you don't mind those things. You hear people say, oh, they reached 99.9 billion. They reached 10 trillion budget. That whole thing is scam. Listen, it's rough, it's tough. Investors not coming. People are very suspicious. They are concerned. Investors will not attempt. Even America is not advising any investor or investors to come to Liberia on the Unity Party government. It has been embarrassing from the very first day. We know how these kinds of things play out. When we're telling you from the onset, they did not know how to kill it. They were just running all around the place. Now it has caught up with them. So they don't want to go down the road alone. So it will be saying like Unity Party, CDC, Unity Party are the people, because they don't want to go down. But the police director, didn't we tell you that the police director messed everything up? When you talk too much in life, you want to be seen the one that can do all the talking or that knows how to talk best. You complicate things. You mess things up. And now he will have to, no matter what. You will see, at the end of the day, Gregory Coleman will bang his head down in shame. President Boakai will be embarrassed. What they're hiding, it will still come to light. The man is on record.
The identified key players. This team was definitely sanctioned as state actors at very, very senior level of this government, of the Republic of Liberia. We have identified key players. This team, we have identified key players. This team was definitely sanctioned as state actors at very, very senior level of this government, of the Republic of Liberia.
All right. So what happened now? Then they went at the police station there with their talking, something came out. But let's go to Representative Marvin Cole and Eugene Colley. They had their say on what unfolded or how they see what is unfolding or
Tilla is a law-abiding citizen. She will cooperate with the police. Whatever investigation that whatever question they want to ask her, she will definitely cooperate with the police. But I think the irony part of this stuff is there are actors in this government, including the statement of Gregory Coleman. There are senior officials of this government that are major players in the drug saga. So it is unfortunate that those individuals are not being invited publicly. They are not being prevented from traveling. Even the vice president, some of the people took pictures with him. We've seen all of those photos in the public. When will he going to be invited? Is it because he's a certain vice president?
I mean, up to the president, the former president, so that we can be able to come up with a statement.
Is there a major setback to the CDC, especially your
It's not a setback because we know that she will be free very soon. It's not a setback.
Well,
I think it's a wish hunt.
Do you think that this would bring some kind of dark cloud over the CDC comes from the 29th?
There is no way the Liberian people knows that they knows that CDC, the party CDC, or George Weah, a person, is a man of peace. So there's no way. What you're gonna do is that right now, the Liberians will believe that the police, this government, Joseph Boakai, is trying to wish on the past leaders. Because
two of the opposition leaders, Eugene Colley and Representative Marvin Cole, venting out or giving the position what they saw today at the grounds of the Liberia National Police. We are told that police, not police, but the spokesperson of Unity Party spokesman, Information Minister Jeremy Pia will give a news conference at 5 o'clock.
Representative
about if they have not charged
to focus on
the former vice president. But let's listen to Marvin.
I mean, the Chief of Gong County, Madam Joe Howard Taylor, is now
police. But I think the irony part of this stuff is there are actors in this government, including the statement of Gregory Coleman. There are senior officials of this government that are major players in the drug saga. So it is unfortunate that those individuals are not being invited publicly. They are not being prevented from traveling. Even the vice president, some of the people took pictures with him. We've seen all of those photos in the public. When will he going to be invited? Is it because he's a certain vice president? The most strongest and the most untouchable person in this republic is the LAW, the law. So no one is above the law. When you are suspected to have associated with criminals, you should be invited publicly to be asked. But it's unfortunate that no written communication, no telephone communication with the former vice president, that she was needed just for her to be at the Royal International Airport, checking all her luggage, and did everything to board the plane, and they prevented her. That was so shameful for our country, so disgraceful for our country, but she is cooperating with the law to make sure I am 100% cognizant of the fact that she's a clean person. She will never be involved with that.
Honorable Cole, the Justice Minister and other top officials investigating this drug situation have said that DTOs, drugs operating organizations, were authorized. They were given habitat in Liberia over the past years, and that top officials, former and current, will be brought in. Do you think it was coincidental that the former vice president, was just on her way out at the airport and then she was being engaged and brought
This is unprofessional cover up from the part of the Minister of Justice, because the first thing, the people who are in your control, you the Minister of Justice, you the Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, you believe that their current official of government has honored your jurisdiction. Don't forget about what you're going to talk about, trying to politicize the matter and drag innocent former official. Those officials that both the
innocent former
officials. Both the Minister of Justice and the police IG have alluded to the fact that they are current officials. We want to see them. We're demanding them to publicly arrest those current officials. So why are you not arresting them? Why are you not inviting those current officials that you know? Gregory Kuma at the press briefing at the Ministry of Information stated they are top officials. So the burden is on them, and we are asking them to make sure that they arrest those people. Let me tell you,
who are the innocent?
I want to send this caveat to the government. If you think we'll fold our hands and you try to ravage and savage the opposition and try to discredit or destroy their reputation, we will stand up to the guns. The irresponsibility of this government must come to an end, and they have to make sure justice is transparent.
The political party associated with CMC wants announced.
No, but listen, 1 minute, you got to be organized to the question. There is no way that the opposition can ever be destroyed by this disjuncted, disorganized, irresponsible, malicious government of the Unity Party. They can't. They don't have the moral operandums to destroy us. They are just trying to distract the Liberians. And I'm calling on all the Liberians to keep focused. I continue to ask them, put more pressure on Gregory Kuma. Let him name the current top official. The Minister of Justice appeared before us and said that some of these things were classified information. You're going to talk in camera. Now, today you have not arrested any current official, even though one of the alleged person have been formed with the vice president, the current vice president, and his wife. They have seen them, and no arrests have been done.
Honorable, were you able to see the former vice president?
We were irresponsibly prevented by the police IG, which we think is wrong. It was evil.
Honorable, today the IG has requested one of your colleagues from the legislature, Amara Kone, to provide, claims or fights to his claims that, top government officials are associated with the...
You know, it's laughable. I understand your question. It is laughable that months back, Amara Kone were crying all over them, saying that they are rescue Liberians. It's just one of the rescue mission to try to disobey the law. He, Gregory Kuma, at the press briefing, stated they are top officials. So Amara Kone using his statement, I wish I want to believe, that there are people that the government is trying to shield. And that's a fact. Gregory Kuma should face that.
What would be the opposition's latest stand?
We will obey the law, but when the law is being invaded by irresponsibleness of this government, we will stand up. Because in the doctrine of negotiation and peace, if the act of peace fail, then it means that the people got to stand up for their rights.
Honorable, Diamond Slang has Spawn FM and TV. Do you believe that as part of an investigative process, persons of interest are brought in, and that process could either be eliminated or elevated to a suspect level? Do you believe that is part of the process?
Of course. But we are only asking that they should be transparent. The first thing that we want the Minister of Justice and Gregory Kuma to do is the current officials. Now you are going after past officials. What happened with the official that you know they are current? What have you done to them? It is just low-level people in the police station. You came and said you're trying to see them. But Gregory Kuma was emphatic. He said top officials in this government, they are part of the drug. I believe it is 100% a wish hunt. The president, let me tell you, you did not send notice. In law, notice is very important. You should have notified the former vice president that you needed at the police station for investigation or for questioning. You did not do that. You did not send a text message. There are no written communication. The woman is now about to leave the country for her medicals, and then you are at the airport after she check in, will fly everything. Then you say, no, don't leave the country. You are on our investigation.
Representative opposition lawmaker, Representative Marvin Cole. Let's hear from former Representative Carrots Gray. More reactions to.
What you saying? Yeah, I saw him. He didn't want to push me because the journalists are up. Why you pushing because of that he injured? No, but I told you that, but he under the influence. If he not under the influence, he will not behave like that. Okay. No, but the behavior shows that he under the influence of drugs. Okay, so you keep on under the legal action against me. The police officer against you, the body police officer. Okay. Why you claim the police officer? Don't worry, I've been behind bars here before, so you know I'm not your friend. Are you serious about that? You know I've been behind bars here. So are you willing to go back away from that? So you prepare to go back? Are you willing to go back behind bars? To go behind bars? Yeah. I'm not talking about that administration is a normal thing. For you? For anybody. For you? For you? Normal thing, whether for me or anybody. Do you want to be captured as one of the whatever person under the administration? Is that why you don't listen to me? No, will you take it back? I will not take it back because you're making reckless. No, I'm not making any reckless statement. I will not answer you as a reckless statement. Is there any personal issue between you and the police officer? You let the police officer and you said what? You saw him, we got a pictorial evidence of the current 102 at the CDC headquarters to army you saying. So these are policies police officers that I keep talking about. We're not running away from that. Okay? So it's not something I'm shying away. I got property evidence with the 102 with army here. November.
Former District 8 Representative Carrots Gray at the police station. Also at the police station was the head of Civil Society actor, the head rather of STAND, the Solidarity and Trust for a New Day, Molba Molu.
You're not concerned about why shouldn't you be concerned?
I'm asking you now. So why?
I'm asking you. Why shouldn't you be?
Are you concerned? There's a question. There's a question, sir.
I'm concerned with the journalist.
So because of that, so why are you here, sir? Tell us. Why are you here? Why are you here, sir?
Say you're not here.
So are you?
Did I say I don't care? I'm asking.
So we have Honorable Carrots Gray also here. And someone said
today that reaction day.
Why are you here?
Hey, Babibo. So where do we go? So I think the report we are getting, if they have not, they are contemplating, they are working around it, how to do it. They said the Unity Party Information Minister Jeremy Pia will address the nation at 5 o'clock, probably to announce that Joy Howard Taylor has been arrested and charged, and she will now undergo full prosecution. Expect that. We can preempt that because, hey, the atmosphere explains just that. They stay at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police. Her party, the National Patriotic Party, said the way issue a statement. Sandal Johnson was on the grounds of the LNP. He spoke also. The party made it clear that they will have to give their position on it. And the woman herself has made it clear. She tweeted or texted that she is now under arrest. She texts from within the headquarters of the Liberia National Police that she is now under arrest. Yes, that she has been made aware. According to her, she has been made aware by authorities of the Liberia National Police that she is now under arrest as part of ongoing investigation into the cocaine probe. What that means is she's not going to go back to her house. She is under the police custody. She will be sent to jail, or she will be in jail while the investigation is ongoing. That is what is unfolding. That from person of interest now, she is a suspect, meaning she knows about the drug issue. So, yeah, is what I can say to that. Listen, all that is happening, I do not know what is unfolding. We do not know the in total, but in the next few minutes, let me say it this way, and then we out. Everything that is happening to all these opposition figures, they should own up to their mess, and they should expect more. They should own up to their mess, and they should brace themselves for more. That's what I can say. I see you. The signs are convincing. The signs are clear. The signs are too elementary that you wouldn't understand it. You don't need a higher education IQ to know. Neither do you need Daniel or any one of those prophets to come and explain. It's clear. We've been talking about all of these things from the very first day. We've been talking about it. Why were we talking? Because we're seeing the signs. We've been talking. In 2024, the latter part of 2024, before we left Morovia to come on the side, I started to talk about opposition political synergy. Standing together, speaking with one voice, walking together, sitting together, holding hands together, eating together, sleeping together, waking up together. And I explained many of the signs, and we did forecast the future. What we are witnessing is not a surprise. The record is there. On Class Reloaded, the minister was chasing why he's not going to arrest former officials. And his response was, arrest is not, or the legal path is not as political. You can wake up a morning and just go about arresting people. You have to have evidence. Fast forward, in his closing, he made it clear that they will go about. Then you have this cocaine thing coming into the country. Look at the first phase of quote unquote arrest. Look how Paul King was negotiated. The negotiator with Paul King, they treated him nicely, walked to a police station. No gunmen around him whatsoever, gave him the best of all treatment. His house wasn't searched, it was left. The only time they sent people out of his house when the public kept on mounting pressure and schooling the police that this is how it is done. Till now, look at what is unfolding. Chief, the goal of the people, the game plan is the opposition should have no space whatsoever around 2023, 2029. They should have not the least voice around 2029, least to say presence. As much as we will talk about responsible opposition, but the synergy is lacking. Synergy means togetherness, holding together. When would that happen? At the time, they would think that it is ripe, it's late. If ever was the time, it was from 2024 to 2025, 2026. Do you know that this government is having a field day? This government is having a walk in the park. They see the opposition as toilet tissue, as paper they can kick at any time, anyway, wrap up and chunk in the trash can. That's how the government sees the opposition. That's how United Party government sees the opposition. They feel that they are more superior, they are powerful. They can do anything to any opposition person. They feel that the opposition is afraid of them. And you know why they think that way? Because the opposition gave them that signs. They gave them that sign. Brace yourself. It's Joe Howard Taylor today. Tomorrow you might hear another person from the opposition bloc. Day after tomorrow you might hear another. And I still maintain, just as I said from the very first day, I still maintain that. And the signs being clear. The people target is George Weah. I can't say much or stay long on this thing. The target is George Weah. But when you can reach to a person of such stature, what do you want to do? The people around him, you want to have your grip on them so that it weakens the head. You're going to see more of this. You're going to see. They have to own up. They give the people too much space, time to do all that they want to do. Next year, you think next year they're going to sit down? Well, next year, I consider it technically the eve of 2029. The game plan is to upset the opposition. Look at what they've been doing to Amara Kone. Who in this country does not have the right to speak? Going against Amara Kone the way they did and inviting him to the police station that come and get evidence is to say, look, my man, you're talking too much. In fact, don't talk on the thing. If you talk, we'll stifle you. In fact, come to the police station. Come. We have the power. And Amara Kone should not rely on that Senate leadership. And listen, President Bouaga will win everywhere. He will win everywhere because you know why? When you have many of your supporters in the House of Representatives and the Senate, forget it. You relax. No tension, no pressure. Your mental tension, relax. Look what came from Senator Francis Dopo. When your colleague is in such a situation, you know what they call institutional unity? That is there. Institutional unity. You're staying, even if you know that your colleague didn't tread the right path, but you don't come out to the public and say your colleague did not tread the right path and the government is this and you have to do this. You can't do that. You're exposing the person to more harm or the same harm that you think the person is exposing the investigation to. Look at it. Francis Dopo come blasting at Amara Kone, but all of them are senators. Thanks to Senator Chie, Senator Augustine Chie, and Senator Samuel Koga that came in defense of Senator Amara Kone. When your colleague is insomnia, just like we hear, one person has a problem, then the rest of the people, they come blasting. What do you think going to happen to Kings FM? Everybody will start mocking Kings FM and say if their own people, if they're not holding together, their own people can expose them. What do you think? It is what is unfolding at the Senate. This thing here, people everybody feels projecting himself or himself as knowing. You come when your colleague says something, you condemn or you criticize. But then the pattern in which you are using, you also in the wrong. The United Party is against Amara Kone. They want to silence Amara Kone, subjecting Amara Kone, instead of his people standing with him. The same people who say you can't come outside as a government official to criticize the government, the same people coming outside to criticize Amara Kone. Isn't that an irony? Where's the education? Everybody is confused in this whole place. Everybody on showmanship. So the opposition have to do something. And listen, CDC is the leading opposition. You like it or not. And the leading opposition cannot mute itself. The issue is statement. The issue is statement on the arrest of, or not the arrest, but the calling in of Senator Amara Conan. The issue is statement, and I will say something going further. The issue is statement to that, saying that they stand with Senator Conan. And truly, Senator Conan needs everybody's support, especially the opposition. He needs the opposition support. He has to stand with him. This is the statement released by the party's chairman, Anthony At-Law Janga Cole. The Coalition for Democratic Change is appalled by reports that the Liberia National Police has illegally invited Senator Amara Conan for questioning after he publicly demanded transparency and accountability concerning recent cocaine seizures valued at approximately 336 million United States dollars. The reported decision to illegally subject a sitting senator to police questioning for raising matters of grave national concern represents a dangerous escalation in the government's apparent use of law enforcement institutions to intimidate elected officials and suppress legitimate public scrutiny. Senator Amara Conan has a constitutional and representative duty to seek answers on matters affecting Liberia's national security, international reputation, and the welfare of its people. Any attempt to criminalize or obstruct the lawful exercise of legislative oversight crosses a dangerous democratic red line. The Congress of Democratic Change categorically condemns and rejects the weaponization of the criminal justice system against lawmakers, political actors, journalists, or citizens who demand accountability. Such conduct threatens the separation of powers, undermines legislative independence, and violates the democratic principles guaranteed by the Constitution of Liberia. The Congress for Democratic Change stands firm with Senator Amara Conan and every legislator seeking credible answers concerning 1. The seizure of 237 kilograms of cocaine at Roberts International Airport, allegedly destined for London. The United Kingdom. 2. The discovery of approximately 3 rights and roles of all public officials, security personnel, and private individuals allegedly connected to these shipments. 4. The integrity, independence, and present status of the investigations. And 5. The chain of custody, evidentiary safeguards, and international cooperation surrounding both cases. Instead of providing clear and verifiable answers, the government appears determined to shift responsibility, evade accountability, and intimidate those asking legitimate questions. This is reckless and must be resisted through lawful, peaceful, and democratic action. Except from the Congress for Democratic Change statement. Then came Senator Abochie, Senator Samuel Koga, standing with Senator Amara Conan. Then Anthony At-Law, Abraham Godson William will add his voice. The Joy Howard Taylor arrest, he said, when God was ready to destroy Pharaoh, he hardened his heart and allowed him to make foolish decisions that ultimately led to his downfall. JMB is Pharaoh. His downfall is near. Soldier on. Mama Joel, we are getting there. So the opposition will have to stand strong. If ever was the time, now is the time, people. They'll have to stand strong. No better time than now. They have to hold together. They have to be more forceful, more radical. It doesn't suggest disgruntlement. It doesn't suggest chaos. Opposition synergy simply means holding together, acting together, moving together, supporting one another, not leaving anybody. Just like the soldiers, when they are on the front and one person is injured, they do everything to get that person. They will never leave that person back. We are in a warfare, and you cannot win this warfare with a fragmented opposition. One person will feel ready at a certain point in time to speak. When they speak, it's done. The other person don't find it necessary. The other people relax. That's why United Party is just having a walk in the pack. I told you people, listen, if these guys were standing up, President Bola would not do what he's doing. These people will not do what they are doing. They are not the first government with guns all over the place. They are not the first government with police. There have been hundreds of governments in this country, the whole world. So there's nothing strange. It's not the first time the people seeing police, seeing guns. That's not the first time. So they are telling you nothing extra. They just feel that you have been silent too long. You have been relaxing, so they can. But again, as we wind down, but Carlyle said, no lie lasts forever. No lie lasts forever. Tamoxide truth crushed to earth will rise again. No lie can live forever. You put it under the carpet, it will come out. It's just like pregnancy. No matter how long that pregnancy will show. That's how lie is looking. When you lie, you use other people as covered up, or using other people as covered up and presenting yourself as the most righteous person. Listen, God himself comes out to expose you, because the Bible says God hates lying lips. He himself comes out to expose you. The exposure that is coming will be too dangerous. It will be too dangerous for many people. So back to the Joy Howard Taylor story, that it's being reported that she's been arrested. And then did the former speaker say something about it? Yes. He said in a parable, those whom the gods will destroy, the first make them mad. First make them mad. So there where we are, people. There where we are. That's the situation unfolding. You brace yourself for more. They never told her that she is a person of interest. They stopped her suddenly. And you know something about this whole thing? The women are silent. The people who in the country, they were women, the little thing, they are concerned about women. They studying women rights, women dead, women die, women die, women. The inhuman treatment meted out against former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor this morning at the airport. Did you see a single woman talking against it? Did you see a single lady writing? You know what? Because it's Joe Hawkeye. Or they too are afraid that if they speak out, they'll go after them, because the country now, that's what it is. Free speech has been stifled. It aids an intimidatory atmosphere. People are afraid. That's the kind of atmosphere that the government has created. And people have to be careful, because you know what? They'll go after, if they can get to vice president, they can get to senators, they can get to representatives, they will start moving to journalists and radio stations because the people don't want any problem into 2029. So you hear, don't be a surprise if you hear that, oh, this journalist has been summoned or this journalist has been arrested. The same thing that they were condemning in the past, they are doing the same thing. They are doing the same thing. And their people are excited, motivated. Their people are enjoying it. Yes. They are enjoying it. They are excited. This is Joe Walker's reign. They are enjoying it. There is something Samuel Jackson said, I think it makes sense, but it's too far yet. But I don't think it's very far about the Amara Conan situation, Senator. He said, don't mess with Amara Conan. Don't mess with Amara Conan. Doing so is throwing away the Muslim vote. He's not an ordinary man, brilliant scholar, independent, great networks, domestic and international. I like the last line, domestic and international. He does have that international reputation. The international community listens to him. So that's what we are getting. The Minister of Information, they say the Minister of Information will address the nation at 5 o'clock. And I can preempt, just know that that's what they're going to say, that the former vice president has been arrested in connection with this XYZ. And that's it. So let's go. Let's take few calls. And then that will be doing it for today. But you don't want to hang on the line. Less than a minute, you come on, you say what you can say, then you are off. Historicize, you go off. Just go straight to the point, and then that will be doing it.
What was it? No, no, so in fact, she won't kill that result. No, not the other. Yeah, yeah. We what point at me? I'll be a car that if I the police station. But the minute people in the court and tomorrow, one of my agents out. I agree about I'll go with my party more to put together. What was it? No, no, so in fact, she won't kill that result. No, not the other. That'll be the power in the power. I want to not para nothing. We have to cover that barrel. Red to Mr. Here. So the police barricade will go ahead and Congo. So the police station. Coming to any police station. Yeah, but I didn't listen. But where were we?
So Senator Dillon said CDC have power. They did not know how to use it. They took power from CDC. Then that they want. And you see that someone that is Dillon's statement in action. So the CDC have power. They did not know how to use it. We take power from them. Then that we will not know how to use it. So that the power is saying so. That we're waiting for the Minister of Information to address, but nothing extra is going to come out just to announce that Joelle Taylor is on arrest because she herself has already sent that message out. She's been told that she's on arrest by Unity Party government. So let's go now. Let's take a few calls, and then that will be doing it for today. The weekend is coming. So Monday is holiday. This country again, another holiday. It's not easy. Stay. Another holiday coming Monday. What? From one holiday to another, from one, the country already holidays things now. Yeah, then another holiday again, Monday. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. What? 4 holidays. Let's go. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, this is David King, and I do join you from resident. You see, Mr. Andrews, we need to think about this thing critically. What the guys are doing now is taking our country back to the dark days. And you said something. The CDC is a major opposition party. And I think our president, we are being peaceful. Just we are peaceful. Just we are peaceful. I can assure you, we're not listening to George Weah now. Because if you want to preach about peace, then you got to be in heaven. You got peace in heaven. Now on earth, in politics, you got to be aggressive. If the government is aggressive, we got to be aggressive. The government cannot be going after people and arresting Chihuahua today, stopping her with no court warrant from the court. That is against her human rights. You can't treat somebody like this. You treat him 2 hours like you in Uganda. And then you are in Mussolini now in Liberia. Joseph Waka cannot be Yoweri Mussolini. We have to tell him that in Houston.
All right, Chief. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello. Hello?
Good afternoon, sir. Andrew, how are you?
Yeah, fine.
Okay, this is Ed Roosevelt. I'm calling you from New Left Community in Mount Barkley. It is so sad, I just listened to the recording you played on my power tour in the vehicle. I don't know really. I'm 64 years old. And I've been in Liberia, and I know how Liberia went to the dark days. I mean, this administration, Joseph Boakai, Gregory Coleman, they are bringing us back to the dark days. Some of us don't have money to travel out of the country. We don't. Our children are just going to school. Look, they should stop what they are doing. These guys are destroying our country. They are destroying Liberia. And there are people that are here who believe they are United Partisans, and they are sharing this thing. They are destroying the country. The other woman are so unfaithful working with walking stick. That one is ill. You treat her this way. But well, like the counselor said, who God wants to destroy, first harden their heart. Thank you very much for giving the opportunity. Thank you very much, sir.
Have a nice day. Women's line. Hello.
Yes, I
Hello.
Thank you, Evie. We pray for you. I see all the results now be like 60 already for. I pray all one was 40 to that. Oh, what teacher said you can't out of your station. They are going to up on your mind and lie to your station to go there. So one of the man we go let's say that 50 social door. You see a sample? We pray for you. What you're teaching you. Any kind of way what the guy up to, I will not make it. They will not make it. Look at what you want to do. We're going to come out with this ball. Wow. That's something with you, you know, arrest yourself. That is people around people, you know, how long the body, you, see, what happened? Who pray? That's wrong. Oh, how I'm a talk with you. They will do how the person that they want to have. They will have now. They will have Baka. Baka sound. What is not class? With video, everybody see a picture. They now call you. The people want to arrest. They running away. What the way? So you pay for ya. You take out to move with people. You get free time. You take out to move with you. I said, we are the party.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, my bestie. Hello.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
Fine. And you?
Yeah, I'm fine. This is Anoka. I have said this. Most of my friends and some of my family people have told them that I'm not too sure of the election in this country. If there will be election I'm not too sure how we're going to go through it peacefully or something happening. These are the things that you are seeing happening now, you know, because what you want, what really you want to show that you are telling the opposition who can do anything to you? Because you stop a woman at the airport, no resistance. She turned around. Based on your order, she entered the city. At Overton by road, the rebels are there, stopping her, taking her to carry her. What you want to prove? You step upon the body and already come back to the city, waiting for her lawyer to go to the police station. Overton by road, if I get our car, to get her to the police station, we charge her. But, you know, the thing started small. And we're going to sit here. Those are the guys that are in power. They are the ones that are going to be protecting the peace. Not opposition, or those are citizens. But this cannot continue to happen. Through the campaign, our members, whether but these people are in power today, we continue to stay away for the peace. Where is Jojo Water? Where cartel linking to the drug? What is happening to the president himself? Traore now that is referred to as the cartel representative in Liberia, he is seeing all the pictures, executive marshal with Boaka, the president with Boaka, all his fans with Boaka. Nothing we hearing. But anyway, we're watching and seeing how this thing will go about, and we will know what we will do. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Carr. Have a nice day. Hello, men's line from the other end.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Andrew. I am Spencer Mohammed, and I call for Down Coast Punio, community, a member of Costain Librarian for Justice. Mr. Andrew, I want to use this time to agree with you 100%. This is what you have been saying. You know, when a dictator is about to extend its particles, they first start intimidating the opponent gradually. If the opponent do not stand up, then they use it as a weakness to get to them. This is what I'm saying. Why? Just yesterday, these people were around here defending the photo that paraded around Facebook with a president standing with a notorious drug dealer defender. Yet they are yet to call him. Then today they are inviting somebody. You want to say commending somebody for passport. Let us look at the argument. When they took power in 2024, then they canceled the two primary and recorded all the passport. Then they see that passport that was Joel make recommendation on, or are they telling us that Joel is still making recommendations in giving passport to people in this government? Is Joel responsible to give passport to people? In my mind, President Boakai, as he was there by Abraham, Gosen Wion, that when God is about to destroy you, he has in your heart. That's definitely what happening to President Boakai. Boakai will go down in history as the worst president ever in the history of Liberia. We wait and see what will be the outcome of the police conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Have a nice day. Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
By the way of introduction, my name is Prince Duty Tede, commonly called Ronnie Star from Jockey. Hello.
You are on the air. Everybody listening to you.
Thank you, Mr. Andrew. You know one thing I want to tell this government. This government, when they know that they are not able to take care of Liberia, they shouldn't bring war in this country. Because Clerk Commander knows his function. He told the Liberian people that the government officials, the self-government officials, they are the cartel. They know about this justice. Then they haven't Joel Howard arrested today. Even when they call for confirmation, it's unethical. But let them take time because they know without in a Baba.
All right, Chief. Have a nice day. Women's line. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, c'était pas calling for justice. Member of Concern Librarian for Justice. Andrew, thank you very much. Andrew, you see the weather today is looking not really. I want to read. It can't read. The country is dark clouds over the nation today. You know, by the government. You know, by the government can empower. They want to bring war in the country. We are saying I don't want for war to enter your city power. So then they are taking the power today. They are here in the fucking job for the cooking. They are living the higher up in the fucking graduate common. They are putting that up for. Putting that so anybody speak, they go after you. It's true what you said. The opposition there. They see their mumu. It's true. Because we told the opposition, we got the street, we protest for nothing minimum. Yes, people are investigating came before 2 days. 3 minutes. Our people there, you're standing down, you're the opposition and senator lawmaker opposition political party in the country. You're more you're standing down. You see how the country going? You see how the country going? You're giving Buaka and Guaco Como, you're giving the edge. They are running the country the way they want to run the country. Let me tell you, they will continue to step down. Because if you set this back up before say you will try to do law, it will move on. If people here now, it will check out. Nobody will listen to you. You see the women running the country to get to the that day. Police director say the higher up in the government, they are seriously in the cookie jar. You not call the police director in all of your senator, then you have keep your workflow. Police director parade and riot now in West something your first senator, and after 2 days, you go for 2 hours, that's all they are looking for. The trouble people are looking for in the country. Let me tell you, if the people say they will close their mouth from now on to next week, they will see what will happen in the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you too for calling, madam. Have a nice day. Men's line. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Sam Andrew.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Peter David Council. I come under the street like in Lower Johnson, an outstanding member of the Concern Bureau for Johnson. Mr. St. Andrew is very much laughable. And we have articulated consistently to the Liberian people that this particular government is a complete calamity and disaster and on the Liberian society. And today, the reality continues to set in. You see, how we the police director, Gogre Kuma, came out and articulated to us that senior governmental officials are associated with drugs issues. The men have the arresting power. They did not arrest any of those senior governmental officials. Today, Jay Howard, the former vice president, Honorable Jay Howard, who has an international engagement. They created that kind of embarrassing. It's not just for her, but for the entire Liberian society, because it sent a bad signal. Their attitude, their gross incompetency sent a bad signal to the international community. I see why St. Joseph Imabwaka became president. There's a complete donor fatigue. Because the way the God portray themselves, that's a complete gross incompetency. So, Gogre Kuma, you said those that you knew, why you couldn't arrest them? Just like Imabwaka Sion and Jojo was engaged, was a suspect. Why
all right,
couldn't
Chief.
they even arrest him?
All right,
You yourself,
thank you.
Gogre Kuma, you admitted of receiving money for a drug cartel. Why you stay here? You have not turned yourself. You think people can use that kind of political chicanery to come
All right, Chief.
through our
Thank
mind?
you. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pastor Emmanuel Football Club from Battlefield. It's been a while now.
Yeah.
On sabbatical. Yeah, you see, Mr. Andrews, it is so disappointing that you have a country where people want to play with the intelligence of the society. Let the government be very honest and responsible to be able to pick up people and arrest them, kill them. More than 10 high-profile government officials in the NSA, in the police, in the DA, they have been dismissed and suspended. But suspension and dismissal does not warrant a prosecution under the law. And if you can get the president to tell the law is the law, so where's the law? Words are not used for fiat, they are used to be tested, used to be implemented and functional. But when God speaks, men must obey. So if you speak as a person of witness to go in the country and your word can actually work, then we got question with your integrity and your government. Honestly, President I tend to be on record is paying low profile on the drug issue because it's an international and domestic aggression against our country and our society. We're preaching, we're talking to the board to leave the street, and you are becoming a nation to havoc, present, store, Libya, drug to be exported out of Liberia, It's a serious international crime. That's why the FBI and the rest of the international people are here to make sure that you carry on a transparent and accountable investigation. So you don't have to be questioning a certain senator. I'm not calling the rest of the other people who are speaking in the interest of the country, not for your personal aggrandizement as a government or as a nation. We as the religious leader, you can't cause problems and say, "I can't pray for the country." No, you need to do what is right. That would be appropriate for the prosperity of this country, but not to destroy, not to spoil the country and carry up back into the dark days. So we want to call on this government on the very serious note, as a spiritual leader of this country, we don't have to come in the media and be causing noise, but we stay in the back to observe and listen. When God speaks, we speak. That this government needs to be very much careful. I'll give you an example. Please give me the time. Look at Tober. He was overthrown by mercenaries. Though were being overthrown by own people. Then Chancellor being cast out of this country by his own people. Because when God used men, read the Bible. It is heaven that rules, and whosoever God gives the throne to, even to the lowest of man. So, Baka, you are a mortal man.
Okay. All right, Pastor. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let me speak quickly to Captain Jerry Colley. Captain Jerry Colley is also, I don't know whether he's still a member of the former National Patriotic Front of Liberia, National Patriotic Party. But besides being a security person, he was a part, as far as my history knowledge is concerned. Having on the line is an impromptu one. Captain Colley, sorry for keeping up or picking you unaware, but please, I want to know exactly. Were you part of the National Patriotic Party of Liberia?
No, I'm not being, but I'm a citizen of this country. I'm not being a member of the National Patriotic Party of Liberia, but it is impromptu call when necessary because I have burning issues that is unfolding in our country, affecting my country, and all the kind of stuff.
Yeah, but you weren't a part of the NPP at all. What party were you part of?
Normally, we established the Congress for Democratic Change, but because of our leadership presentations are live, and I'm a member of, lastly, the People Liberation Party, PLP. So when they were try to get to the CDC, I left and I want to support the AMC. So currently, I'm not in any political party. I want to support Alexander Cummings because I felt that his presentations were arranged for the Liberian people.
What is your observation? What do you make of what unfolded today with former Vice President Joa Howard Taylor being picked up suddenly?
It's very unfortunate, unprofessional, disheartening, disgracing the country into public forums. I mean, we need to stop this. Former Vice President being a senator of one county, and this is the county that I hail from, and a former Vice President being the first lady of the Republic of Liberia, and lastly, the second person in command of our country for 6 years. Unfortunately, professionally, as a security man, the manner in which you were picked up was not fair to us. It's a disgrace to our country, a disrespect to our humanity. I mean, we need to stop this kind of poor performance in national security.
The government said she is a person of interest, and fast forward, what we're getting from the police station, that she might likely be charged. If she hasn't, she might likely be charged in connection with the 19.2 million drug.
Well, wherever the case is, before all of this drugs issue came out, as a professional security personnel, I was trying to inform the country as to how these drugs come to the country. I informed the country about it so many times. But whether she is connected to this issue, she who have been invited officially, and picking her all at the airport where she was going for a different mission. I don't think she was leaving the country. I think if she were connected, it was not just this morning when he came up, because the police inspector general, Colonel Gregory Kramer, have informed the Liberian people that we have people of interest, and we have some government official, who has an official government who we need to talk to. So she a former official government. If they wanted to talk to her, she had members of the national security personnel protecting her. They could coordinate it professionally, informing that those people who on duty, the commander there, that we need your principal because we got an intelligence on her. So for at this time, we need her at the police headquarters. Joel Howard Taylor, being a first lady, senator, and the vice president, I think she lied about it. She don't want to go there. But this is not fair. We got to stop this. We should not present our national security tactics like we wish hunting people around here.
So why you think she was picked up just like how the rapture is going to occur? No prior information by phone, by paper, nothing like that. What do you think prompted that? You think somebody must have hinted, the police, the joint security, somebody must have said something about her?
Whether somebody says something about her, because I'm not in that arena, whether somebody says something, I can deny, but if somebody says something about her, officially she should be respected. That's my problem. My point is she should be respected. Let me tell you something. There are people who are being connected to the issues and they have not been picked up. Right? They have not been invited. Their name have been shown up. People who should be charged for facilitations, they are not being picked up. You see people push us, you got Paul Brown involved into the drugs, cartel issue, and you got Paul Brown and John Brown picture together. If they are training, then of course, a facilitator, you got to be invited to hear from them. Those people are not being invited. But you are not being in such a case. But whatever the case is, somebody told the intelligence department of the national security that she is involved into the $19 million drug scheme. I'm not here to dispute the fact, but I was trying to say she should be respected as a state woman.
And how do you see it? Now, the information is that she has been charged, the police not the police spokesman, but the information minister, we are told, is about to give a news conference to explain everything surrounding that. We can preempt that he will announce that. And what going to be you people position in the opposition?
Well, being a stakeholder, we wait to listen to the information's Minister press briefing as to what, how she get connected and why she get connected, because nobody is above the law in this country. Even his President Waga is connected to this, where the law want to take a course. So we said to listen to the press conference or to Jerima Pierre to tell us what is unfolding. Then, of course, opposition and other stakeholders will be able to address themselves to the situation.
Apart from this issue that I call you on a word to speak to, you said when you came on, there are other issues you got on mind. You want to say that issue as quickly as you can, then you go off?
I thought you were calling me for different issue, but your issue is the more burning issue today in Liberia.
All right.
And that's why we're trying to, highlight that it was not done professionally. In fact, the manner in which it was done in the street, the security assigned with Joel was they were not trained, very, very trained personnel. They were fired at one another because the manner in which they tried to pick her up from her car, I've been following, I've been following the manner in which they were trying to pick her up from her car, take her from her car to another car, and the security assigned with her was saying, no, they can't work up. And if those days, she was somebody said, give me 60, you don't want to go to South Ferry. It was going to be very dangerous for a street woman to be in the midst of a firearm. But thank God it didn't work like that. We listen to the result. Then, of course, we made some recommendations. But I think when the old colors are getting sharp to my, they're about to break. Have a good day.
What do you mean? Explain that parable. I'm not good at parable. I'm only literal. You explain that parable. What do you mean by that? Say it again so that your listeners understand it well, and then you can interpret it.
I'm speaking philosophically. I don't have to interpret it. I'm saying when the old colors is getting too much sharp, this guy is about to get break because you just put on one stick, you hear the sound, break in the center. The color is getting too sharp.
So metaphorically, who's the old cutlass here? The president?
No. I am not referring to the president. I'm speaking philosophically. I'm not speaking to the president. I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm just making a parable.
But all as used in the parable means what? Refers to what?
Maybe somebody is taking power too much. Somebody is misbehaving. I mean, man, let's leave it how it is. You can interpret any way you feel like. But it's philosophical analysis and speaking.
Thank you so much, Captain Jerry Colley. Good to have you on. Thank you for picking up my call unannounced, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I want to tell Liberian people, we love one another. We should not have a diverse mind for our country. We will not grow, and we cannot go back to the civil conflict. Glory me, demonstrating commitment to the peace process.
Captain Jerry Colley giving his own position on the arrest of, yes, we can cause that because the government used the word arrest, but we saw arrest, we saw intimidation, harassment, subjugation, just everything at the airport. Hello.
Yeah, welcome to you.
Let's hear you quick, and then we get out of.
Just back for the No, thank you for the show. Thank you very much. But what I want to say here, this evening is that Mr. President, if you tired of leading us in the country, please do the needful of finally resigning or turn the power over to your VP. Because what you are doing in our country, you cannot lead us into calamity. You cannot lead us into war. Being peaceful, it doesn't mean that you are weak. Submitting to power, it doesn't mean that you are weak. We are only doing them because the past 14 years, you people suppress our elderly people, our ancestors today, your children, and you people are educated today. You are enjoying the power of our country, but today, we're trying to bring war in the country that your children will be Esther and lay tomorrow again and come and stand on the track. Do not do that, Mr. President. Stop what you are doing. Add the 42-year experience. Don't add it at the medical student. Thank you.
Have a nice day, Chief. Let's go to the women's line. Hello, madam.
Hello?
Yeah.
This my name is Joa Morris. This thing that happened today, the atmosphere showing. And it will not end. It happened 2006 where they arrest Taylor in Nigeria, bring him to Nigeria. Reform. It happened today in the airport. Reform, when they arrest Taylor, the war that they're looking for, it will locate that children. The blood, the water, the way on that they play with United Party, it will run through the children and the grandchildren will stay on it. God will wrath of God will fall upon them. What we pass through, we don't want war in this country, but they're looking for war. They will get war. The war from God, they will get it. The war from human beings, they will get it. Thank you.
Right, man. Have a nice day. Men's line on the other end. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Hi.
Hi. The native town also. Mr. Andrews, our growing in this country is actually actually. You can get a state person get one, you get with the airport, you arrest the person, especially to them, new to them. If you're arresting such a person that in fact you read then you already communications, or you're in fact to clear chance and sustain happen. But you don't go on the person, they say that you're criminal, you're cash, you say level to the police station, you don't get to a state person just like that. I president in the country is that we don't want to go back to that day, and we are still young, we still got future ahead of us. So
the president think I am with the country, please.
Right. Man's line, you went off on the other end. So let's try this one. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, thank you for the show. My name is Abraham Imai. I come from Crystal Police. Yeah, thank you. It was not kind of doing anything good for this country as why they are proceeding the way they are proceeding. And they put the drugs case you are being, ever since going when it comes to the 19 million drugs, we saw how they are delaying. And it's not a first time to just go in the street and grab people and disgrace them only because they're working with the past government. They have to pass it through. And they have to go to the place and explain how you bought a car for 2016. So it was very long place to link the CDC. If the first came out and said, I don't know where I'm going to win, they say, I want data. So now if one place is that draw out to get past the main recommendation, so get past to somebody. Why should you take somebody to disgrace them because they made recommendation for passport? So that's the thing. The person who the cartel member all their name directly the president's son. Are you call for questioning? They cannot do anything what they're going to destroy the country. That's what it looks like. And this is the summer doing today. At least the thing I owe him and may bring the law today is that they're gaining it today. And this is the summer Johnson saying how you know the people are trying to confuse people. And now you know when you are calling my boss. So how are they doing? What is desire for support brother? You can lose your status first. Now how they behaving like that? All of them. Now they're causing my boss to the Minister of Information. Nobody talking about him. Tomorrow I am not going to do anything against that. They are supporting the country, but to destroy the country, to disgrace the country outside there. So thank you for the show.
Hello.
Hello, Brian, how are you doing?
Yeah, let's hear you, Chief.
Thank you. This is Austin from around Novio. We are following the events taking place at the police quarter concerning the former vice president. I think this is a tactic to suppress the opposition. It's clearly shown that it is intimidation to intimidate the opposition because you cannot go arrest somebody and abruptly like this. He said the person is a person of interest and you go to arrest them and to say he is or she is a suspect or a culprit. But what we can say is those guys have loose focus because their names is all in the media and their hands are all in the cookies jar. So they want to go with somebody. But we thank God that the international communities are here and we are asking the international community to ask Gregory to step down. That Gregory step down, he shouldn't be part of the investigation. Workers shouldn't use him to be an officer to be arresting people. It is not fair. It is not fair. It is not fair. If Gregory is in there receiving money from cartel and foreign people and also making statements that they are serious government officials. Where are those officials? Where are those officials? Where is the men that receive the paper? Where are they? So we asking the international community as they are here, they should ask Gregory to step down because Gregory will not let him to cut down. Let them use their own power too. If the men can allow Gregory to come down, they should not preside or they should not be part of the investigation so that they can be in the so that they can support also. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello, Fernando.
Yep.
Yeah. The whole thing that we all is the plan to arrest Jowia. Now they are planning to arrest Jowia now. When you enter in the country, so that they flip the plan. So those guys, they are wicked.
My man, don't even dream of that one step because that's the last thing they will ever do. That last thing, the whole country will get upside down. Your leader one. They can't reach that far, say. They can't. Yeah, that one part. They can't even daydream or night dream or afternoon dream. Hello.
Yeah, it's good evening, my dear brother. How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, I'm Lawrence Estobo. I come from Riara. You know, sometimes when I hear these things, I sometimes ask the question on the level of education of Mr. Koma and Boaka. Because the issue there is even the men from the remote area will not do such a thing. A person of interest should be communicated to. This is done that the person has committed crime. So is it only this morning that they got to know that Joe Howard Taylor, former President Joe Howard Taylor was a person of interest and they go and carry gun when the poor king who the cocaine came from. When he went to the police, he had tower on his shoulder and marching. I said to himself, I'm going to visit somewhere. I mean, what is this? What is this? What are we heading to? Someone was small stop opportunity. We had this Martin working, did not brought it. Is that the same thing God want to bring in our life? But this God is not going to allow it. He's not going to allow it because too much of it we have had. Election time, it wasn't. But I even made a statement that if you didn't win, there will be no more Liberia. You have won again. Yeah, you still fighting that there should be no Liberia again. But certainly we're not facing. I mean, we're not saving. If a majority I believe in, and we is doing it, we're not saving. Okay, bye.
Thank you so much. Let's bring you except of the Minister of Information, Briefing Unity Party, Minister of Information. Let's see if we can.
You members of the press will be granted the opportunity to ask questions if you have. So I have the singular pleasure to invite to this podium the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of the Republic of Liberia, Consular in Oxford, 12, when I address you members of the press. Mr. Minister.
Good afternoon. Fellow Liberians, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. The government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Justice, was to inform the public that former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor has been formally charged in connection with the ongoing investigation into alleged transnational narcotics network operating within and beyond the Republic of Nigeria. But Howard Taylor was stopped from departing Liberia at the Roberts International Airport and subsequently taken to the headquarters of the Liberian National Police. Following investigative procedures, a review of the evidence presented by the Joint National Security Investigative Team, she has been charged with the following offenses. Under the Controlled Drug and Substance Act of 2023, violation of Section 14.83 on licensing importation of a controlled drug or substance. Violation of Section 14.85 on licensing, sale, trading, administration, dispensation, delivery, distribution, dispatch, in transit, and transportation of a controlled drug or substance. And violation of Section 14.93, illicit trafficking of a controlled drug or substance. Under Chapter 10 of the Penal Law of Liberia, violation of Section 10.2, criminal solicitation. Violation of Section 10.3, criminal facilitation. A violation of Section 10.4, criminal conspiracy. Under the Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Law, violation of Section 15.2, money laundering. The government further announces that the following alleged members and organizers of the same transnational narcotics network have been similarly charged in absentia. 1. Nicola Abensi, a Croatian national. 2. Lehovil Gorbej, a Croatian national. And 3. Rico, a Ukrainian national. We have the pictures here for your information. We'll be circulating them in the press. The Ministry of Justice will pursue all local, domestic, and international measures necessary to locate, apprehend, and bring these defendants before the courts of the Republic of Nigeria. Meanwhile, former Deputy Director of the National Security Agency for Administration, Mr. Gerald Smith, has been called in for questioning in connection with the same investigation. These actions represent a decisive stage in the government's determination to expose and dismantle this network from its roots, to identify and pursue its leadership, financiers, facilitators, transporters, operational coordinators, institutional protectors, and every person who knowingly assisted its activities. No office is too hard. No political connection is too powerful. No nationality provides immunity. No individual is beyond the reach of the law. Transnational narcotics trafficking is not an ordinary criminal enterprise. It is a direct attack upon our national security, public institutions, economy, and the future of Liberia's young people. Any organization that attempts to corrupt public officials, penetrate state institutions, or transform Liberia into a transit corridor for illicit narcotics will face the full and lawful authority of the Republic. Our objective is not merely to seize narcotics or arrest low-level operatives. Our objective is to dismantle the entire criminal infrastructure, its leadership, financing, logistics, protection arrangements, and international connections. We will follow the evidence across institutional, political boundaries, and national borders. There will be no selective justice, political protection, sacred cows, or compromise with organized criminality. Every person against whom credible and admissible evidence is established will be investigated and prosecuted without fear of political consideration. The government nevertheless emphasizes that criminal charges and accusations and judgment of guilt. All defendants remain presumed innocent unless proven guilty before the court of competent jurisdiction. They are entitled to legal representation, due process, and all constitutional and statutory protections guaranteed under Liberian law. This remains an active and sensitive investigation involving multiple individuals in jurisdiction. The government will therefore not disclose information that could compromise ongoing operations, indeed operating persons, actors, and media institutions of interfering with the investigation on the administration of justice. Let there be no misunderstanding. Liberia will not be surrounded with drug traffickers or those who are able to get through its members wherever they from and bring every culpable actor before the law. Information will be released when legally and operationally appropriate. I thank you.
Okay, so is Unity Party Justice Minister also with the statement that confirming the arrest, charge, and detention of the former Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, CDC government, Joe Howard Taylor. People, listen, all the things, honestly, la major you BB worse, BB 10. And whether you understood some of the things, that you come in to address the people. That country, sonny, you're not speaking to lawyers. If you are speaking to only lawyers, then it makes sense. You're speaking to ordinary people. You're speaking to average-minded. You're speaking to literate people. You're speaking to semi-literate people. So you won't break it down. Say Joe Howard Taylor is charged with so and so. Joe Howard Taylor now, she's in police custody and they charge her require so and so time in jail. They charge her requires her. All that one explaining the drug law. That drug law you explaining, Chief. All I want there. The people ain't get time for that thing. They want to hear that Joe Howard Taylor is charged in connection with the 19.2 million drugs. Yeah. The charge that goes with XYZ and the number of years in jail XYZ. But because they know that Shamo, that complete fake thing they on, so they just post on a statement together, just make it so boring. Using BB10, BB phrases. Come on, man, Chief. Y'all lead that thing. The real ain't coming here for y'all. The just a minister power when they ready to use it and they say go talk. And you see Gregory Coleman sitting down, he realized, he crossed his leg. Say, yeah, finish catching the one. You will be doing the talking. Ain't you just the minister? Ain't you want that just the minister in our government? So yeah, just be talking. So listen, I don't want to believe it. I don't know whether it has substance or not, but again, you have to look at it carefully. You have to analyze it for yourself carefully. I don't know whether it is true, whether it has substance, but over the time, some of the things that he brought out became reality. And some of his prophecies came to pass. So, Representative Yeke Kolba came out to say that he got information that the former chief of protocol in the CDC government, Finabono, is releasing information to the Unity Party government about former government officials, CDC government officials. That's what Representative Yeke Kolba said. That's what he said. And he said that over the days, he will release more information so that the people of Liberia will know that what is happening, they arrest. You hear the government move, pick up this person. Yeke say that somebody inside, and he's suspecting, according to him, he's suspecting Finda Bono, whom the government is using now to let go of her case, maintain her property, have her freedom, to get the information that the one, because they know Finda Bono was in the nuclear of the CDC government. That's what he said. That's what he said. That's what he said. I don't know whether that is true, but that's what Representative Yeke Kolba, he said that they are using. He said, this is what he said. He said, is Finda Bono. Is Finda Bono. He said, is Finda Bono leaking information about former government officials to Unity Party government, details loading. And what he said today, that he is suspecting Finda Bono, who is in the government control, that she's been persuaded to give information about the former government, former officials, President Weah, personal things and every other things, governor, all the kind of things, according to him. He said he's suspecting that she's leaking information. So he will release the details over the days. Again, what he said is Finda Bono leaking information about former government officials to Unity Party government, details loading. So what happened to Amara? Now what happened to Martin Colley? Whenever Martin Colley says something, the government moves to act. When Martin Colley stops, the government stops. Oh, you look at that Martin Colley running this government. When Martin Colley acts, when he acts, the government moves. When Martin Colley stops, the government stops. Martin Colley remote controlling the government. I see you. The man said you are coming out with more information. But anyway, in there he said the IG. He said IG Coleman should step aside because there is information coming out on him. He's bringing information out, and IG Coleman must step aside. So we're waiting to see. He was on Fitzgerald Biago 24/7, writing dossier against Fitzgerald Biago. Boaka acted upon Martin Colley's instruction to him. He took Fitzgerald Biago off. Now, Gregory Coleman, who said The top officials of the government are involved. Boga said, no, just leave that thing. Gregor, come on, go about be arresting people. Joel Howard Taylor, that's how they treated the woman today. So, you can what you can say, you can say, maybe he sensed the way the former vice president will speak up. How is it? What kind of investigation you done so much? How you been investigating? That you just stabbed this woman. Somebody must have hinted. So that's why he's suspecting Finabono of leaking out information about former officials of government, and that she might likely leak out some vital information about the former president. The Unity Party, how did I refer to them? Devil's government. They can do anything. They can do anything. Most of what Yeke said came to pass. It was the same Yeke that won. The former speaker said, going that you're going. Unity Party planned behind you to overthrow you. Stay here. He overlooked it, he left. The coup was in place. When he came by, it was late. 99.9% of what Yeke prophesied came to pass. I see you. And the man is hanging out. He and his man, Akara Grace, Akara Grace, just hanging out after police assault at the National Police Headquarters. The police authorities always panic over my presence. He and Representative Yeke Kaluba. So Joel Howard Taylor is charged. Let's see what goes beyond that. The police IG is speaking too. Sorry, we have to go beyond giving the sensitivity of this. We'll end the show a bit late. The police director himself is giving his position too about the arrest, the charge, and what's going to happen after that. Will she be taken to Sub Beach?
That the former vice president ordained it to be over 300 million drug saga, which took place in the house. I want to, you fell short to constitutional reliance in links to arbitrary stop to tell the comfort them to the justice minister. I would well ask the experienced lawyer in its history. The contestant position of the criminal procedure law. But then you did not explain to the common or seller in my hometown in Buchanan City, so maybe they may not have been criminal justice practitioner. Can you elaborate, sir, on your recent exposure as
Yeah. The thing I said that the question the journalist asking you, how the woman on the market table will understand is here. They were kind of, you heard the guy, you heard the journalist say you explain as an experienced lawyer. You explain all those things about wrong. But how? You think the woman on the other side, that ordinary people won't understand all the English? How you think you're going to understand it? Yeah, man. That one, if the justice minister, man, if I the justice minister of fee, but I know he felt bad. The guy asking a question because they can take 10 about 6 or 7 questions, then they come, so they're taking questions. You know what I mean? They reduce you. You justice minister, you just go, you speak BB10. Yeah, and the whole nation listening to you. You want to simplify yourself. I said, God. Journalist, thank you. Yeah, that journalist is sound, very sound. He said, but you speaking so big book here, oh my man. Boy, you understand that thing you're talking, huh? Yeah, so Greg, come on, let's get your response.
That's a mandate from the National Security Council of the Republic of Liberia. And that mandate has criminal offense, getting it a latency of receiving, but now that been charged and forwarded to court with the nature of criminal investigation, he admitted to the crime.
is the use of action of professionals standard. Is that
okay, man? All right. So that's it. We have to go, man. Time is of the essence. We've got our game coming on FC Barcelona. We don't have to waste time on this soap opera. FC Barcelona is on at 6 this evening, Liberian time. There was greatest team, the best team. There was most classical team. The world, the global brand, FC Barcelona. We are getting ready for the league on Sunday. Today is the first game of the start of the season against Al Ali. Did I read the comments? Did I? No, I didn't. Amen. Sorry. Rebecca K. Science said he's talking trash, nonsense. Manko Yoko says so. President Weah not saying all those things that are happening. So what must he do? Do I need to come and stage protest? My matter, son. Yeah, it's what you must know. According to the first line of investigation is that former Vice President Joe Howard Taylor is being investigated over alleged issuance of diplomatic passports. Paris Lobot, opposition wake up. Criminal gangsters of reckless regime are not up for peace. And Benson Weird, so what are you trying to say? Can't understand that, Chief. Lady FC 56, anything covered will be revealed. This Boakat's government is about to be exposed greatly. Dubon Hill, I'm so disgusted right now by the LNP behavior. Cecilia Yakmarolo, so Boakai and his son built gun-proof house from drugs money. Also, his VP has taken pictures with Anthony. He denied. Benjamin Dix, this government is very smart. They are going to arrest all the big name in opposition. So the 2029 election, these people would not be able to take part. No, that is an illusion. It's not an illusion. Don't live with that, Chief. If you are a Unity Party supporter, that would be, it could be completely chaotic, which Boaka don't want. We are talking about 5.4 million people. We're not talking about few people. This is not a clan or a chieftaincy. This is a republic. I think we're approaching 6, or we're more than 6, man. So let's take it at 6.5 million. You can't rig election or deny people because you want to be in power. Big you. Mark Komen said it's not too late. He's referencing the opposition coming together, being very strong. All right. Emmanuel Brose, Bonn County Representative Josiah Marvin Cole is making a great deal of sense in the points he emphatically stressing. First thing first, the police should begin with the senior officials in the government before going after former officials. All right, we'll see you. Thank you all. FC Barcelona is on at 6 p.m. Liberian time. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. You want to join us this evening at 8 o'clock when Newton Tokpa is on alongside Teacher Light from Nigeria, where His Excellency Dr. George Manawia will deliver the address at the opening of Nigerian Bar Association 66 Annual General Conference. That will be at 8 o'clock when Newton Tokpa is on alongside Teacher Light, Anthony at Law, the light of the nation from Nigeria, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, with face the issues. If God permits, we are back tomorrow, but this is how we go home to get ready. Tomorrow. Thank you all for coming on. I appreciate all of you. This is how we go home.
CDC, the people's time. CDC. CDC, 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 CDC. From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba, hey. From Grambassa waters to the farms of Lupa. CDC. When I had nothing, you harmony share. Jesse money. Yeah. CDC, people style. Yeah. CDC, the people style. Yeah. Oh, oh. All and respond. Jesse money. From the streets of Monrovia to the hills of Nimba. From Grambassa waters to the farms of Lopa. We don't tire, we don't fail, we don't break. Because the power is in the people's hands. They said it can't be done. They said we're too small. But we stand together. CDC, we answer the call. CDC, the people's presidency. CDC, for job, for peace, for unity. We're rising, we're marching, we're building areas. Courageous, determined, and able. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. No more empty promises, no more delay. Our youth need work, our mothers need pay. With strong leadership and a faithful heart, we will fix the roads, we will light the dark. This is not about one man, this is about you and me. About the children coming, about our Liberia free. So lift your voice, lift your hand, for a better Liberia land. Yeah, yeah. CDC, CDC, the people's presidency. CDC, CDC, for progress, for peace, for dignity. Where the time, where we go. CDC. We're building Liberia together.
From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5.